Welcome back to Vintage episode 21. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put the Volvo off here on these other fields so we can get some mulching done. We are going to, like I said, upgrade the mulcher at some point. The baler's priority. We're actually going to do that in this episode because we're going to have to bale. And I just kind of remembered, I'm sure some people were saying, leaving comments on the previous episode. We could, well, when we sell our baler, we're going to get money anyway, so we really can afford it. I mean, it should be worth a little bit, but we might just wait till November. It's October 2nd. We only got one more month, and then we can sell the eggs as well. But we do have to rake it, so we will take care of that. We'll put, like I said, we'll put this off on a worker, so because we'll have to cultivate as well. So it can be quite a bit to get done. Let's see, maybe more headlands would be better for them. Let's do 6 on worker. They can have at it. Our pH is starting to go down, but I think we'll go another planting season before we decide to put some lime down. Yeah, we had it all set up here ready to go for raking. Let's see, and then we'll unfold it. Yeah, so it's on that left side, so yeah, we can ride right up against the fence. Perfect. We should set up some lines here too, I think, for us. Something like that. So at least we got something to see. Okay. Yeah, we got everything put into the task list. It's on the mod hub as well. Been using that. I've been pretty happy with it. I mean, I guess it doesn't show the... Well, it shows that the cows are out of food, but they do have the pasture yet, so... It would be nice if it took that into account, but it doesn't. But that mod can save a lot of... Especially when you start getting more and more fields, planning and stuff. Although it is a little hard with the way the setup is on this farm, because this was all one field. But I obviously made it smaller for the vintage series, and you can't really say, you know, field 3 is going to have corn or whatever, because there's no numbers on them. But I think we can kind of make it work. I just typed it in the writing area. Alright. Oh yeah, we're missing some there. We were way too far over when we were cutting the... Gotta be careful with that on the cutter there. Try to get it somewhat good here. Okay, we'll get this raked. And then, yeah, I'll probably put that mulcher off on the other field as well. And then we'll see where we're at. I guess we'll get those eggs sold. Okay, I think that'll do it. And we could probably... I think we're going to advance. Oops. I think we'll go ahead and advance to November. Because we are ready to bale. Or we might as well get the top price for our eggs. There we go. Yeah, we'll use this for the baling because that's why I put the wide wheels on there. We will have to, I suppose we could do it right now. Get the last bale out of this baler. Because there's like, what, half? Not even? Ooh, over half. Yeah, we kind of definitely want to take advantage of that. So we'll get this popped out. And then we will bring it back, I guess. There we go. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna shut it off. I'll just pop it out back here. Okay. There we go, one grass bale. Perfect. Now we're ready to go. Yeah, we'll double check too before we take a nap that there isn't anything in the sales, because if it is in the sales, obviously it'd be cheaper and we could afford it. We do have our eye on that one baler, so it helps to take a look. Nothing in there. That's hard to believe. Let's just double check on the one we were looking at. Yeah, we're gonna go with the K-brand one, I believe. Yeah, because it was just that it had a smaller footprint. And it's, yeah, 69. This one, yeah, we could easily afford it. 75. So if we ever wanted to go with bigger bales, it's got a higher horsepower requirement, which our current tractor here that we're sitting on is not that high. It's only 95. This one's 120 required on that. I think this would be a good playthrough for this one. Yeah, alright. So we will take a nap, and then we, like I said, we'll sell the eggs. We'll see where that's going to be. Alright, we made it to the next day. Looks like our mulcher's still doing fine. And we are selling the eggs where? It says Erlengrat. We're not going to do that because that's a $1,000 train rental. But we could sell it at, let's see, what's the next best price? I wish you could sort by price. You can't, but it's fine. So it looks like it's going to be the Preserve Factory. So I'll mark that. Although it's really not that much more. But it's nice to get out a little bit. We'll take the... We could... Let's see. Yeah, there's more than one pallet, ain't there? Let's just take the truck. I was going to say we could attach it to the baler somehow. Since we gotta go that way anyway, but... Probably should be close to 2 full pallets. Nope, a pallet and like an 1/8. Let's just turn our flashers on here so they know why we have traffic blocked. I think it'll be interesting to see. It should be pretty close to being able to buy the baler, even if we didn't sell the current one, which we will, because obviously there's no use for that. There we go. There's one. And then we'll take the partial as well. They can start fresh again. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna need the skid steer here for the... We're gonna wrap one more time. We'll just leave this right here. We're actually gonna have sales coming up too. I don't know if we'll get to it in this episode. Probably should be able to. Be a lot of more income coming in. We'll definitely check the sales again here quick too before we make our purchase. As we drive by the trees that were in a tornado, I just want to double check that. Maybe can we harvest these without actually being on the land? See if it'll let us. Because if we could have a cleanup day. Not allowed. That's unfortunate. I guess it's technically not ours, but I was going to be a gent and clean it up a little bit. And we could take that money too. That would have been great. Yeah, they got their own driveway here for the preserve. It's not right off the road. $5,130 environmental. We were at 69 and 9. Yep, definitely have enough with that. Alright, we'll drive back. We'll grab the baler. We'll check the sales, and then, yeah, we'll make a purchase, I guess. We'll sneak in the back way, since we're blocking the driveway. And then, we'll see how good the pickup is going to be on the new baler, because if it is not very wide like the other, well, our current one is, we always kind of miss a little bit. There is a mod on the mod hub. We could go run and get that, and we'll test that out. Again, I don't want it to be overly too unrealistic, but it was kind of getting ridiculous on how, you know, little that actually was. Alright. Let's check the sales, see what's available. Nothing. A sprayer. We don't need a sprayer, right? No. Alright, it's a little chilly. Maybe we should put some thicker clothes on. Just got that cold vibes. And a new hat as well. I think eventually we will have to put a stocking hat on though. I don't think we're gonna fix it up. We'll just leave it as is. We got we lost money doing that the other time, so I'm not absolutely sure. Yeah, it's 26 months. I mean, we probably would get a little bit more out of it, but $10,000 for it, that's not too bad. Okay, so let's take a look here. Round balers, we're going to go with the K brand one. And then, let's see, tires, of course. I don't have Michelin. We'll go with BKT then. And then, so they got the K brand wrap. Put this on no. Or film binding. Maybe we should try both of these at some point, because I don't know if there's actually a visual difference. I don't think there is. We'll go with the K brand one. Alright, 69,980, and then still got 10,000 left. And we'll have to purchase some wrap later. See how quickly we go through it. Yeah, we got 2 things of it. Okay. Feels good to arrive with a new piece of equipment. And we'll see, like I said, how quickly we're going to go through the baler out. We'll check the, like I said, we're going to check the pickup on it. Let's do the front here, I guess. Fire her up. Everything should be ready to go. Oh yeah, let's check our owner 0. And we wanted to make sure this, yeah, the size is 175. Or, excuse me, 125. And then we'll go from there. So we'll see how the pickup does. Like, is it if we were really doing it here? So there should, that was like a really good line. Was there any left? No, that was pretty good. So I don't think we need it. Hence is why I waited on getting that mod. But I do appreciate the information on that. In case it didn't work. Or if we were going to continue to use the old baler, we could increase the width on it. But I think this will work just fine. Oh man, we missed a little bit here. We could always come back for that. That was just because we didn't go all the way over. There was the start of the new row. There we go, first bale. So it's gonna, or did it wrap? It wraps, or did it, I guess it wrapped already. Okay. We are off. So it looks like we ended up with 7 bales. If we count the, well, the 3/4 one that we had in the baler, from the old baler. So it's kind of like lost one. I don't know if it's the, just our yield going down, or if it's actually that baler swap that we had, but you don't think it would be the baler. It's got to be the yield maybe. If it continues, oh, we got some jiggly. If it continues to, I guess we can leave this here, we're going to need it again. If it continues to become a problem, we will, I guess we can go ahead and lime or something if it's going to start costing us, you know, a bit of money. But these can get fermented, and they'll be ready to go in, I think it's March, where we sell these. Let's see here. Trying to find a good spot to get this out of the way so we can load. We could probably put it in front of the animal trailer maybe. It's somewhat out of the way. If it allows us. It's not made to be off-roading with, that's for sure. Somewhat like that. I think this is the most like bales we had stacked up, although actually the line was longer on that second one before. That should be ready to go. by then, I think. Sell eggs, we did that. Let's complete that task. Let's see here. Yeah, march on the silage. Yeah, and wheat. Let's see, I don't think we're gonna need this. Might as well park the tractor, I think, in the shed. We're gonna be planting, what was it, corn and... I guess it's on a task list. I don't think we can look ahead though, can we? Yeah, here it is. 2 fields of corn and 1 field of soybeans. We'll put that in that one by the forest. And then the corn can be on the other 2. They're both in April, but yeah, we could do April or May. Definitely won't get to that in this episode, that's for sure. Got a lot of sales to do before then. Alright, did our mulcher finish? Yeah, they got most of it. I'm pretty happy with that. There's a few spots, but I'm not going to worry about it. Hopefully this is the last time we actually use this mulcher and we can buy the other one. But we will have to roll again, so the question really should be, will we have the new implement before we got to roll? Because that can obviously, we can change it out. It's a 2-in-1. I'm really excited about that. We can change it to a roller when we need a roller, and we can change it to the mulcher when we need to mulch. Can't go wrong. It's really tight in here. There we go. So I believe that's it. And then we're going to, like I said, go to January. So I think we could skip December. I guess it kind of depends on if our animals are going to need food or not. Maybe there'll be like a food sale too. We can keep an eye on the sales. Something comes by. It might actually last though too. All right, let's advance. Okay, we made it to January. Looks like we got a little bit of income for the animals and the, well, our generators. Let's check up on them. Looks like the food is still decent. The cows are out of meadow. We should put a couple bales in there, and then they're going to need water as well. How are the pigs on water? Yeah, they could use some too. But we do have some wheat to sell. I guess I did check the silo. I forgot we had a little bit. We had a field. But I've been like remembering that that's also our chicken feed, so you kind of get screwed up on that. So we'll get that sold, and then yeah, I guess we'll do that first before we start losing more. We got to go to the grain mill, and then we'll come back, and then we'll do the feed the cows, and then we'll top them up with water. Anything in the sales? No, way beyond our scope. We'll take the truck and we'll get it configured. Didn't have any snow stick. Probably a good thing depending on how you look at it. Otherwise it's a little bit of muddy. 4,000 wheat. Suppose we should put it in the box. Excellent. Alright. I guess this will be our first sale of the year. Another view here from the road of all the destruction from that twister we had a couple episodes back. Look at this. It just ran right along the road. That just looks lovely. Advertising stayed up though. And then it got deflected down at the potato factory because they got a tornado deterrent down there. Okay. Here we go. $5,416 and a $300 environmental score. One thing I noticed here too, I want to make sure I did the double check on the pigs here. We should put a reminder in the task list to sell pigs. Well, it's going to be 24 months is when their top is. So that's 2 months from now. We should put that in here. Let's see, sell pigs. We're in January right now. This should be about March. Okay. That way we won't forget. Sell straw bales. What were they even worth? Yeah, it's like 2,000. Not much. I say we hold on to them. That's fine. We'll hold on to it and then we can do it. We will have some. Will we have some next year? Let's see. No, we won't. So I guess we can just... We'll just hold on to them, I guess. This can stay here. Because we'll sell the sunflowers on the next episode. Let's get our cows taken care of here to finish out the episode. They take about 3 hay bales. Yeah, they are completely out of meadow grass. It's like nothing there. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna use the ones up on the left here. These are the older bales. Still should be plenty good for a while, like as far as what we have here to use up. That meadow grass is a game changer. And it's always 3 bales, which is perfect. If we can get this in here, I have to wait for it. There we go. Let's take the one in the divider here so we know that the ones on the left are the older ones. Okay, last bale. Bam. I think we'll just go ahead and park the skid steer into our shed. If we were really desperate, actually, what is our mulcher cost that we want to purchase? 13,000. I mean, we already can afford it, so whenever we're ready for it. I was gonna say, if we're really desperate, we could have sold some straw bales for that. Let's see, let's grab the Volvo. And then we'll get the water taken care of. There's a little in there, but we're just going to go ahead and top it up. Alright, one final load. This road is really bumpy. It's got a combination of soft squishy mud, and then it hardens up, and then you're just banging all over the place. One final load of water to the pigs here. And that should do it. We're close. There we go. They are topped up. Good there. Still decent on food. And then we have, yeah, chickens. They're going to have to be fed sooner or later. But I think without further ado, we're going to end it there for today's episode. And then we come back. We will be in March. We're going to sell our sunflowers. And then we got all that silage to sell. It's going to be quite a bit of silage to do. But that's where our money, mainly most of our money comes from. So it's going to be good in that sense. And like I said, probably when we plant, we will get that mulcher slash roller, and it's going to be, well, very nice, because that's going to save a lot of time. We can pick our working width on it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.